right, good evening. Welcome to today's edition of Boss Sports, evening edition, of course, of Boss Radio 98.9 FM. Owerri is your boy Osaze, your sports pilot, of course, and of course, we are about to do what we know how to do best on the show this evening. We'll be discussing several issues affecting us, one way or the other, on the show this evening, ranging from non-football matters to football issues, as Joshua's fight against Delta White that is gathering momentum, and Jose Pessoa is talking tough, saying Nigeria will definitely qualify from the group stages of the CAF Nations Cup selected for Ivory Coast from the month of January 2024 through the month of February 2024. And some eminent ex-internationals have already called Jose Pessoa not to disappoint the country, knowing fully that though the group Nigeria found themselves in may be a tough one, but they believe that Nigeria will definitely navigate their ways, of course, from that group stages to the round of 16. I will tell you something you need to know about the rugby semi-finals stages and the injury concerning Kashmiro. All this time we're hitting the course of the show this evening. Remember, you're sincerely Osaze, your sports pilot. If you want to listen to us live or watch us live wherever you are around the world, download our app and you will definitely watch us live, listen to us live wherever you are around the world. If you really want to check us up on our website, just log on to www.boss989fm.com and you can catch us live on Facebook, because we are very much active on Facebook at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. Like our page and drop your comments. You can share your thoughts with us via WhatsApp. The number for the WhatsApp messages is 0806 3992 0806 9992 999. I will tell you the lines to call to be part of today's conversation via telephone line. What are we really discussing on the show this evening? Well, we are definitely discussing a very, very important issue on the show this evening. We are looking at Manchester United anyway, where everything Hag has said the Sancho's place at Manchester United is over, that he is free to quit Old Trafford come January next year, despite the fact that people are really trying to talk to him to suspend her and say how he can talk to Jadon Sancho and say if it could be possible for him to reinstate the English player back into the mainstream of Manchester United. But the manager said he cannot do that. It's left for Jadon Sancho to come to him and apologize. That's all, and that would definitely reinstate him to the team. And Jadon Sancho is not willing to apologize, so he said Jadon Sancho is free to walk away from the team totally come January next year. We all know that he has not really been part of the first team anyway, because he has been training alone, and he's not really ready to apologize to manager Erik ten Hag. So how do you see this decision taken by Ten Hag, saying he will not talk to Jadon Sancho, even if he's been asked to, just like people have asking him to talk to Jadon Sancho? He said he would never talk to Jadon Sancho, that if Sancho wants to make a comeback to the team, he should come to him and apologize. And Jadon is not willing to apologize to Erik ten Hag. So let's get your input on these issues affecting Manchester United as a team. Yes, we said something in the morning concerning the sale of Manchester United. We will equally look at that in the course of the show this evening, because Glazers family are willing to sell 26% of their stake to one of the British billionaires, of course, talking about Ratcliffe, because the Qatar business billionaire man is definitely pulling out gradually because of what he called lack of transparency, lack of honesty, on the side of the owners of Manchester United, talking about the Glazers family. So I can tell authoritatively that the Qatar business billionaire man may not buy Manchester United again, and the Glazers family may not be willing to sell Manchester United outrightly, because information available to me has it that the billionaires, of course, one of the billionaires in England, I'm talking about Ratcliffe, is willing to buy just 26% stake at Manchester United. So it means Glazers family will still hold on to the majority stake at Manchester United for a little longer. How do you see this scenario, this controversy surrounding Manchester United sale to potential investors? Are you really happy with the things going at the moment? What do you have to say? These are the issues we're discussing on the show this evening. Send us a WhatsApp messages on 0806 9992 0806 9992 You can as well drop your comments on our Facebook page at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. Like our page and drop that comment. You can as well download our app to listen to us, watch us live wherever you are around the world. You can log on to www.boss989fm.com. Before we come to football issues, let's begin with the information coming from the Word of God. Well, Evan Robinson, the official starter at the Open for 14 years, has died at the age of 83. Robinson, described by the R&A as one of the most distinctive voices in golf, began his career at Cornerstone in 1975 and retired in 2015. He delivered the famous on the tee introductions in his gentle Scottish accent at the Open and many other tournaments as well. Robinson from Moffat in Dumfriesshire announced 18,995 players at the Open. Martin Slumbers, the chief executive of the R&A, said, and I'm quoting, "We are deeply saddened to hear of Evo's passing as official starter at the Open for over 40 years. This voice, his voice was instantly recognizable and synonymous with the championship for players and millions of golf fans worldwide. He was actually popular and well respected among our golfers who played in the Open, and I know that they will share in our sadness at this news. May his soul continue to rest in perfect peace. Amen." What Lankata, one of the correspondent and commentator when it comes to golf sports, said, and I quote, "Countless golfers have started rounds by teasing playing partners addressing their golf balls with the words, well, as they usually said, with an attempt at the gentle Scottish borders, but that was the question of Robson. Honestly, we're going to miss this particular golfer because he was an amazing during his active days and he did well outside the golf as well. May he so continue to rest in perfect peace, and we say amen. We're taking a look at more information from the world of golf on the show this evening. Golf exacted a trade and a sparkled under clear blue skies in Italy and Spain at recent rider and Soham comes aboard. The uncomfortable truth is that the professional sports future remains clouded in uncertainty. No one can be sure of how the long term will actually pan out. It appears the framework agreement involving the PGA and DP World Tours and Saudi Arabia's public investment fund PIF is actually in trouble. This despite all sides wanting to walk the towards the desired financial security it would bring. PIF want legitimacy in the golf marketplace, an area so disrupted by the breakaway live golf tour it actually financed. But bringing all sides together is actually proving difficult, and the PGA Tour appears to be counting on the success of course sources of investment. Well, A. Emmanuel has really confirmed his Endeavor organization, which has brought WWE wrestling and is merging it with UFC in technical knockout holdings, was a number of firms who are really have bidden to invest in the PGA Tour's new profit. Okay, honestly, because they are not really happy with the controversy going on between live golf and DP World Tour, especially when it comes to the professional investment for PIF. But whatever happens, I think we are not really getting to see the end of this controversy. Ever since live golf came into the picture, we know that live golf is heavily and professionally that was sponsored by Arab governments, by Arab investors, Arab billionaires who have come into the golf sports to create division, to create competitive, to create a wealthy, healthy competition. Because as I stated there many months ago, as a golfer, if you present DP World Tour before me, present a PGA Tour before me, and present live golf before me, I will go for live golf. Yes, of course. What is money in sports? If money is not coming in, are you in sports to eat sand? let me ask this question as a golfer. Are you really doing golf to eat sand? You are doing golf to make money and to make fame, definitely. So the most important thing you really need to understand is when the money comes, you grab the money. Like I say, golf, for those of you who don't know, golf gives money and brings money than football. Let me tell you authoritatively. Now, as a golfer who plays for the European golf competition, for each game you play, you won't even get up to $2 million. It shock you. For each game you play, you won't even get up to $2 million. Even as a PGA tour golfer for the Americans, for each game you play, you won't even get up to $3 million. Now, to win the competition, you may say, okay, you will be entitled, for $5 million or $6 million. But as a live golf participant, as a live golf member, money there, because each competition you play, you may be getting up to $3-4-5 million. As the competition progresses, you are entitled to over $5 million. Then winning the competition a whole will actually earn you over $50 million. And that is what the Americans and the Europeans have seen and said, no, we will not really allow this competition to come in. We will not really allow the Saudi government to spoil our show, because the Saudi government, the Saudi billionaires have invested a lot in golf, and they are bringing what should have been in golf into place. Because you can't tell me that the likes of what's the name of this American great golfer, Tiger Woods, who actually played the great golfers in the past, definitely, could not really make that amount of money when he was playing, as a golfer, because Tiger Woods won many titles. He still remains one of the greatest golfers in the world history. Of course, he actually won over 15 titles. Let's take a look at live golf was actually invoked when Tiger Woods was actually playing as a golfer. You can't tell me that Tiger Woods will not really be making a huge amount of millions of US dollars, because live golf said they are not really going back. They are here to stay, irrespective of what DP, what the tour said, or PGA said. They are here to stay. And many European golfers who actually broke away from European golf system and aligned themselves, pitched that tent with live golf, said they will not really go back. And as a result of them deciding, to make their home live golf, to pitch that tent with live golf, they were actually sanctioned and segregated from European golf competition, to the extent that when the European best golfers and the American best golfers were about to feature what we call the Ryder Cup. Of course, Ryder Cup is what we call the best golfers in Europe and the best golfers in America coming together to play in the men's category. For the females category, we call them Soham Cup. Yes, that's of course the golf competition in the females category. We actually call it Soham Cup. Now, before that Ryder Cup started, let me tell you what you need to know. Before that Ryder Cup actually started, this court case between live golf, DP World Tour, and the PGA actually started seriously. And the people who pitched that tent with this live golf were sanctioned, both in the American Golfers Association and the European Golfers Association. That they took both the Americans and the European Golf Association to court, and they won them. And as a result of that, some of these golfers were asked to come back. They were reinsisted, while others refused to come back because they are making millions. They have seen money. Each competition you play, in fact, to just participate in that competition, you will get not less than $3.5 million. Then imagine when you progress in the competition, you get more money from $10 million to 13. Now, when you are being crowned champion of that particular competition, golf competition, you'll be going home with almost 18 to 19, 20 million US dollars. I bet them who don't like the 13. So if the DPA World Tour and the PGA really want to wrestle this dominance from live golf when it comes to financial capacity, they should increase their financial presence in the golf. It's not about the pedigree most of the times. It's not about what you can actually do to benefit and better the lives of the golfers. Yes, of course, there's no dispute, there is no argument, there is no kind of I don't know how to put it, but there is no I'm looking for a better word to use. There's no doubt that the DP World Tour and the PGA, they have a pedigree. They have name, they have records more than live golf. But what people are talking right now is the live golf is about money. Do you understand? You can't tell me that a golfer who is 26 years or who is growing as an amateur golfer or who is well experienced in the sports, 36 or 40 years still playing golf, you expect him to lie down and be earning $1 million, $2 million when he has the opportunity to earn $10 million. Come on. DP, PGA Tour, increase your financial base if you really want to compete favorably when it comes to finance with the live golf. I love golf, honestly, but I don't play golf. Don't ask me why I don't play golf, honestly. I won't be able to tell you because it's personal to me. But golf is good. Golf is definitely good. And I must really appreciate live golf for bringing it to the party, making it very, very competitive when it comes to live golf. And I just hope the other sports segment could definitely come. Just like what the Saudi, the Arab billionaires are doing in football. Yes, of course, I'm aware of what really happened a few months ago, not really up to 3 months, when speculation actually broke out from the Arab world, Arab country, that they are trying to see how they can communicate with the UEFA, that is the Union of Football Association, that is UEFA anyway, to see if they would allow some clubs in Saudi Arabia, especially Saudi Arabia, to feature in the Champions League. But that actually infuriated the UEFA's president, Alejandro Safran, in his one of the conferences actually attended and spoke. Nobody talked about it. This was an incident that happened a few weeks before he was invited to talk, in a conference, and he decided to deviate from the mandate given to him, from the topic given to him, and started talking about that UEFA will never allow any Arab club, especially Saudi Arabia, to be part of FIFA Champions League. That they will never allow that no club in Saudi Arabia will ever play in the FIFA Champions League. UEFA president is scared because he knows UEFA cannot rival Saudi Arabia, just one country, when it comes to financial power in football. They can't rival them, honestly. So they are scared that the Middle East, the Arab world, is taking the best of players from Europe to the Arab country. And it's quite fascinating, honestly. If this thing continues to grow, once you get to hear that the Arab or the Middle East are forming their own champion. Of course, they have their own Champions League, but very soon Saudi Arabia may come up with something different. See the way the Arab billionaires are really investing in football, taking football by storm. Look at the way they're actually messing up some clubs, if I should use the word, mesmerizing some clubs with cash. Let me tell you the gospel truth. If you really want to get the best out of somebody, if you really want to get the best out of a situation, if you really want to get the best in a situation, you really need to do something extraordinarily. Of course, what the Saudi billionaires are doing have not really been seen, of course, being done in the world of football in a very, very long run. Can you imagine a Saudi billionaire coming, of course, to say, okay, this club, how much are you putting up for sale? I'm willing to pay extra to get this club, just like what is going on in Manchester United. Of course, the Sheikh bin family in Qatar want to buy Manchester United for close to $5 billion, but it seems that the Glazers family don't really trust them. They are scared. I don't know what they're waiting for, but the British billionaire who really want to buy Manchester United is not really offering up to $5 billion. So you can see that insecurity is what I can say that has led to Glazers family's inability to sell this club outrightly to the Qatar billionaire, including the English Football Association, because even if the Glazers family sanctions the sale, this Qatar billionaire businessman must go through a series of protocols, bureaucratic bottlenecks, checks and balances, and rest of them before they can actually get approved by the England Football Association. So everyone is scared with what the Arab world is doing with money in football, honestly. And if not really being put in check, they may take over 80% clubs in Europe. Come on! And they don't really know how to manage football. They don't really know how to manage club. The most important thing is bring the money. Then make sure you have a well-instituted, well-experienced, well-organized person there at the helm of the affairs. Let the person oversee the run or the running day-to-day activities of that club, probably as a sporting director, as the CEO, or maybe as the chief scout. Then the club will actually balance well. You get someone who is very good financially to manage the financial aspect of that particular club. Look at Roman Abramovich. Since he left Chelsea has never remained the same. Do you know the secret of Chelsea? Do you know the secret of Roman Abramovich when he was Chelsea owner? How many of you know this particular lady from Russia, Magdalena from Russia? She has been managing Roman Abramovich finances since 1991. Do you understand? She has been managing his finances since 1991. She knows that this Russian billionaire better. So when it was time for him to buy Chelsea, he was not even interested to buy Chelsea initially. It was his friend that recommended him, said, "Sir, come on, invest your money in football. Invest your money in football. Go and vie for the bidding for the buying of Chelsea." And he went. He listened to his friends' advice and he succeeded. And when he bought Chelsea, Roman Abramovich never knew anything about sports. He never knew anything about football. But when he purchased Chelsea, he looked at experts. He looked at technocrats and said, "Okay, you get this position, you man this position." Most importantly, the financial aspect. He still remembered the lady who has been managing his finances. He said, "Come on, continue to manage every aspect of financial dealings in Chelsea." And the lady did it very well. The lady even went step ahead to get involved into day-to-day running of Chelsea, apart from the financial aspect, and she knows how to negotiate. She's a very, very shrewd negotiator. Definitely, any deal that she comes to negotiate, it's either that deal put through or it goes off. And if that deal goes off, just know that that deal was not really for the interest of Chelsea. It was only for the best of Chelsea. But any deal that really clicks, no full well that, of course, that deal will better Chelsea. And these are the people we are talking about. The Arab board are dominating football in terms of buying clubs and investing heavily in football. That is what football is all about. If you really want to outwit and outmatch your opponent, of course, in business, look at what the person is doing. Look at what you are doing. Try to do something new. It's very, very important. Dynamic life is all about dynamic. Business is all about dynamics, sincerely speaking. But when you keep copying, it means that your creativity is dead. There's no reason for you to start life. There's no reason for you to live, because God has given you everything to be creative. Of course, to be unpredictable, to be dynamic. But when you keep copying, then what is the sense of you living? Think about it. Many of you may say Osaze is furious, Osaze is fire, is actually on fire. Let me tell you the gospel truth. There's no time I'm not on fire. There's no time I'm not furious. Because when you really want to make a change, you don't really need to smile at certain situations. Honestly, I can tell authoritatively that if I can be, let me not use that because it's a very wrong word in English. You cannot really say I can, baby. It's a very, very wrong English. If I can get one of these Arab nations to come into Nigeria and invest in Nigerian football, what do you think will happen? Look at the problem Nigerian Premier League actually suffered when we were talking about the kicking off of Nigerian Premier League. Who should actually be the sponsor? Who should not really be the sponsor? A certain company from South Africa came on board and said, okay, they are offering 700 million naira to sponsor Nigerian League for the next 5 years. Another company from China said they are offering 1.5 billion naira to sponsor Nigerian League for the next 5 years. But some stakeholders looked at it and said, no, 5 years is too long. And they said, okay, even if they agree, how much will they get? How much will go to the players? How much will get to the clubs? And these argumented controversies continue to rage on. But the most important thing is, if you look at the credibility of these companies, look at what they can offer apart from financial status. There are many things that should determine whether one of these companies should be allowed to sponsor Nigeria. I don't really want to get into that because I've said something about it before and I don't really want to repeat myself again. Whatever happens, money changes the nature of football. Why our football is suffering? Because we don't have we don't have good investors. And why are investors not really coming into Nigerian football? Because our system is very bad. I don't have my face to talk about what I say. I don't have apologies to the organizers and people who organize Nigerian football. Nigerian football is bad. Nigerian league is bad. How many clubs in Nigeria can boast of well organized and equipped medical facility? They should tell me. It's not about licensing players. It's not really about registering your club or registering your players during the league. Of course, we know what go behind the scene. I can tell you, we know what go behind the scene. The league body is okay. Before you actually prosecute league, you must register your players. You must get license. You must do this. At the end of the day, they do something. Yes, if you doubt me, come and arrest me. They do something. We know what goes behind the scene. Then how do you expect Nigerian football to grow? How do you expect Nigerian football to grow? We will have 6 months to prepare for the league. You will not really do something, about your pitch. You wait for the league bodies to tell you to work on your pitch. You wait for the league bodies to tell you to work on your stadium. Does this show that we are very serious? How do you expect investors to come in? It's not really possible. Make your house the way you want others to actually take a look at it. If I'm a potential investor, of course, you don't expect me to come into a place and invest my money when that place is untidy. Nigerian league is untidy. Many of our clubs are untidy. Let's now say the truth. Listening to Boss Sports on Boss Radio 90.9 FM Owerri. I will be back, of course, with the rest of the information, and I have a guest in the studio. When we come back, I will introduce the guest, and don't touch that because it has not really started. The game just began, if you catch my drift.
Yo, they call me FaZe, and I'm chilling with the bosses on Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri.
Dear Jude, kezi kisi nwetezi ego since one on the rilipo nka gini meziri
na nwanne ọzọ mmadụ nọ n'elu ya na ịhụnanụ ndị politiks ozukwala ọzọ akpọrọ ya ebe aga ebe a nkpe ya akpọ ya ebe akpọ ebe a natawa ego ka m natawa n'ego ebe ya m dịzi confused amazi m nke m na-eme ka m natawa the money.
ịhụla n'ihe a m na-ekwu enyela enu gị ego now irie n'ụtụtụ ga-erie n'ehihie rie n'abalị ị ga-erikwe tomorrow. I've told you this time around we must get it right in Imo State, and there is no other candidate I get here right in Imo. Now Senator Samuel Nnemeka Anyanwụ, Sam Daddy. Let us vote for Sam Daddy. Let us vote for PDP. Your vote for PDP is a vote for Sam Daddy. Hapụ ndị gugwu ya na-abịa ekwe anyị nka kwa anyị nkwa ka anyị tiri onye anyị ma onye doro anyị anya onye ga-aza anyị ma ịkpọ ya. Vote for Sam Daddy, vote for PDP. Tụnyere PDP, tụnyere Senator Samuel Nnemeka Anyanwụ, Sam Daddy. PDP.
Make Imo safe again.
When the small boys sleep, the boss takes over. Boss Radio 98.9 FM. Radio for the boss mind.
Welcome back to Boss Sports on Boss Radio 98.9 FM where I remain your sincerely Osaze Osaze, your sports pilot. We are very much active on Facebook. We are live on Facebook. Like our page and drop your comment. If you really love what we do and you love me and you see me as your friend, make sure you like our Facebook page. It is very, very important that you do so. Like our page and drop your comment. We are discussing Manchester United on the show this evening. How do you see the issue between Erik ten Hag and the Sancho, because it has actually developed into another story. Ten Hag was asked yesterday to talk to Jadon Sancho, and reinstating back. He said, "No, I will never talk to him. He knows what to do. If he wants to be reinstated into the team, he should walk up to me and apologize." And Sancho will know he's not really ready to apologize. Erik ten Hag said Sancho must leave the Old Trafford in January next year. taking on the Glazers family are not really willing to say Manchester United outrightly, as I can tell authoritatively on the show this evening that the Qatari billionaire man is pulling out gradually, and we are going to see 26% stake, of the Glazers family's majority stake being sold out to the British billionaire. I'm talking about Ratcliffe, of course, who has vowed to actually get 26 stake in that particular club majority stake. So how do you see the situations going on at the moment? Catch us live and watch us live wherever you are around the world by downloading our app. You can log on to www.boss989fm.com. Send us those WhatsApp messages on 0806 9992 999 0806 9992 999. You will call us on these numbers very soon. In a jiffy, I will open the fight. We will open the phone lines in a jiffy so that I can call us and share your thoughts with us. I can see those messages dropping on Facebook. Let those messages keep it dropping, honestly, and I'll be willing to read them as they come. Before I introduce my guest in the studio, let me tell you something you need to know. Still talking about non-football issues, and even though we actually kind of doing some palling, this and the Olympic gold medal winner Shona McCallum has announced her retirement from the international hockey. The 31-year-old was really part of the team Great Britain side that defeated the Netherlands to actually tap the podium at the 2016 Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, where McCallum, who has a total of 122 international caps for Great Britain and England, also claimed the bronze during the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, where McCallum spent 17 months out injured, missing the Commonwealth Games and the Women's Hockey World Cup in 2018 after suffering a concussion while playing for England earlier that year. She actually came back purposefully, but said today it is time to pass the number 24 shirt to someone now who I hope can wear it with the same pride, grit and determination I did in every single game. McCallum said she will continue to play and coach for Reading Hockey Club. According to her, quote, of course, it's a very fantastic day for me, but I pray that people who are looking up to me will continue from where I'm stopping. I'm going to miss this sport, but let me allow the younger generation to continue. Well, we are going to miss it so greatly, honestly. McCallum, continue to do what you know how to do best. Yes, of course, let me introduce my guest officially in the studio. Remember yesterday we talked about Heartland Football Club for Owerri, why the club is struggling. 3 matches, they have 3 matches, 2 points, not really bad anyway. Their first game at Dynamic Stadium ended 2-2 against Lobby Stars. Their second game away to Jos, they were beaten by Plateau United 1-0, and their third game at Akure Township Stadium, of course, against Akure Gunners in Ondo State, they were actually trailing Sunshine Stars by 1-0 before they came back 11 response, and that game ended 1-1. Irrespective of how the scoreline actually came about or emanated, I saw Heartland game in Owerri, and during the first half they played as if they were forced to play that game. They were not really that serious, even though they were able to come back to level the scores, which actually gave that game a scoreline of 2-2. But I said, what is really wrong with Heartland? Why is Heartland actually struggling? And I have someone in the studio who definitely know Heartland, in and out, and then he has actually been with Heartland in terms of when he was actually invited for trials and rest of them, and he has something to tell us concerning Heartland, which of course I know has been happening, and it could be obtainable and obvious in other clubs, not only in Nigeria anyway, but some part of Africa. But I really want to introduce him in my show this evening. His name is Uchenna Uzo, aka Okocha. Welcome to Boss Radio 98.9 FM.
Thank you, my brother Osaze. I'll call you a sports doctor. You are very, very creative. I call you a sports doctor.
Thanks so much. How has been your day?
We thank God.
So, could you actually say the word what you were telling me off mic? Let me say off air before we walked into the studio. Okay. Talking about Heartland problem, Heartland issue, and how you saw prospect in Heartland, but somehow your heart was broken, and your dream was shattered.
Yes. All right. Let me start with my name. I'm Uzo Uchenna Obiora. known as Kocha during the time I do play. And it's very, very heartbreaking to see Heartland going down towards the plot, as in declining, instead of going up. But I remember vividly 2013, I was working with EcoBank. Then Heartland gave up, called an open trial. So I have to quit my banking work. So I went for trial. So lo and behold, everyone was there. So it was a very big debate for me not to play. But when I played, there was a very big pause. Everyone was surprised. Then I played for the second, third, and fourth until the trial was over. So I happened to now merge with the main team until the team manager there, Mr. Promise, now came and called me out and said, "Young man, it's not that you don't know how to play. You are very, very good. But it's just that some persons do not want you to play."
Interesting.
And when you leave something and you now went towards something that is much better, and at the end point someone now breaks your heart, is really, really disturbing. So they were like saying, "Why must you quit banking for football?" I said, banking is not my destiny, football is my calling. Now, but if you look at that scenario till date, I think there are what we call human catalysts, just like we have in chemistry, what that spices up a reaction.
Yeah.
It might really be that you don't like this person, but value the gift in that person. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Now, since 2013, I was discouraged. I wasn't privileged to flow with the Heartland team because football is something that you don't play with mouth. That is one thing I love football. Even as I'm talking now, if you bring the round object and said, "Young man, come and display your proof,"
Yeah.
my brother, I will do that with all joy, provided there will be a straightforward judgment. Because one thing I believe is that Heartland need me and I need Heartland. So like I said, there are what we call catalysts, human catalysts, that spice up other events. So if what is happening in Heartland, I pray if the sports commissioner or Heartland team manager can summon me and say, "Young man, I heard you say something on air. Can you come and defend your word?" My brother, I would like you to be there and watch me play among them, because football, like I said, is not what you play with mouth, it's what you play with heart.
Okay, now let me actually kind of illustrate our situation here. Let me use it trying to link it to our other players suffering the same thing. What you're saying right now shows that probably there are players who are supposed to make Heartland team and any other club side, but we are not really able because certain persons, or let me say certain individual, refuse them to come in.
Yes,
based on the fact that they were not really welcomed for reasons best known to the individual or certain persons, which boils down to one may begin to ask questions. Does it mean that some clubs don't get to recruit or get to hire best legs to prosecute games?
It's not that they don't recruit or they don't look into that angle, but there's one thing about the understanding factor of people who are working within you. You know, like I keep telling someone, it's not being a genius is the problem, but it's the understanding of the people around the genius is the primary factor. Like I said, I'm a member of Imo All Stars. I respect them so much because then even when I was playing with them, I told them I want to play for Heartland, and I was learning, among the professionals, gathering ideas, and they knew that I love Heartland so much. So, but the problem factor there is understanding of the people that surrounds you, the mentality. Are you getting it? So we have other players who are good, but the understanding of the people around.
Okay, so you are telling us on the show this way that Heartland know their problem, and they should sort it out.
Yeah, like it's very obvious.
So what can you say could be one of the factors the club struggles, because the club is struggling right now? Are you telling us it's a kind of nemesis or the law of karma? Remember that the club did well in the NNL. Yes. But of course, we cannot really dispute the fact that the league started. The league is still fresh, still young. But if you really want to make a mark in the league, if you really want to prove points in the league, starting losing points, at the early stages of the league is not really good. Something that a club should actually kind of continue to float in. But what do you think could be a solution to Heartland struggling at the moment?
Okay, I'm gonna say two major things.
Okay.
Two major things. Money factor.
Okay.
The government consigned financially is another strong factor. Then the second factor, as footballer, a second factor is being playing to someone who is talented.
Okay.
Being playing to someone who is talented.
Okay.
Without any sentiment. When you see this person is good, he's good. Just give the person the stage to display.
And after displaying, make sure you pick the person if the person is good.
Yes, because then when I was, when you come to football, some players find it very difficult to trap a ball, but they are there. Some players find it difficult to be skillful, but they are there. Are you getting it?
Yep.
Now, there are two major core things about football. You must be creative, that is skillful, and you must be confident on the ball. That is two major things.
Okay, I'll just hold it there. Let's read the Facebook messages we have here already. This one is coming from Free My David. It says, good evening to you, Osaze. I'm writing from Umezoza by Kejuri, Imo State. I'm enjoying your program. Keep up the good work. Hala Manchester City. Okay. David Anowo says, better evening to you, Osaze. I'm writing from Umezoza, but you are really, really making my evening today. You are really the sports pilot. I'm enjoying your program. Keep up the good work. Thanks so much, David Anowo, and thanks so much, Free My David. Datisha Obiye Ekawu said, good evening, Osaze. Don't sell your PVC for even 1 kg bag of rice in Imo State. They have started again in our community, so to deceive you, to sell your vote and improve sports in Imo State. Datisha Obiye Ekawu, trust me, I will never sell my vote. You don't name me again. I will not. My brother Jared Chinemeremo Onyenweze says, good evening, Boss Radio Osaze. I'm writing from Umezoza by Kejuru, Imo State. Please, any update on Manchester City news? Thank you. Keep up the good work. I love your program. Of course, Manchester City, Kevin De Bruyne is expected to return back to action ending of the month. But Pep Guardiola is talking that he may actually be coming back to action earlier because they are looking at the possibility of trying to quicken his recovery. Whatever happens, you will be the first person to know. My brother, Datisha Obiye Ekawu says, Roman Akadivich, you don't give him another name. Okay, Abramovich, former owner of Chelsea, is our in-law. He is Mikel Obi's wife uncle. Datisha Obiye Ekawu, thanks so much for that Facebook message. As a big dog, it says, good evening, Boss Radio. Good evening, Osaze. Keep up the good work. Any news about Chelsea injury ahead of Arsenal game? Up the Blues. I will tell you everything you know about Chelsea injury update. I promise you that. Engineer Frank Ujebelebe says he's actually watching us live from Alma Douglas. Good evening to you, Osaze. Honestly speaking, Nigerian Premier League needs to emulate from international teams. Corruption has eaten us deep. The sooner we get it right, the better for us. Thank you so much. Engineer Frank Belebe. Well, John Kotondia Di Maria says, greetings, Boss FM. Greetings, Osaze. How are you doing today evening? I'm okay, my brother. I hope all is well with you. Definitely all is well, and I hope all is well with you too, my very good friend Di Maria. Okay, up Manchester United I stand. Always love my club Manchester United so much. Lost or win, I still maintain my Manchester United status. I'm still your boy Jacob Di Maria, writing from Area H, close to everyday supermarket. I wish I can join I wish I can join any club I love football so much. One love to you, Osaze. Okay, Di Maria. I don't know. But are you good in football? Are you a fantastic footballer? Okay, let me keep much of this. But I promise you, I will use my contact and just keep listening to Boss Sports on Boss Radio 90.9 FM Owerri. I'll use my contact, and when I establish a strong thing for you, I will definitely talk about it, on one of my shows, so that when you listen, you will get to know, the direction I'm actually heading to. Definitely, I will do something about it. Okay, let's quickly look at WhatsApp messages here. Greetings, as a happy Tuesday to you. Oh, those who want to call, I'm sorry. I have to put the phone lines right now. 09092229922. Let me call it slowly. 09092229922 or 091-226-77989. 091-226-77989. These are numbers to call. Give us that call right now, and we will have an amazing conversation with you on the show this evening. Sorry, I opened the phone lines, a little late, if I choose that word, but all is for good, honestly. So let's have that calls from you. Okay, greetings, Osaze. Happy Tuesday to you. Thank you so much, my brother. How do you do, bro? I am great. It is obvious the Super Eagles don't have coach. Wahala. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. It's Martin from Osaze.
Let's hear you, my brother. Welcome to Boss Sports.
Thank you. I want to comment on my driving club, Manchester United.
You're free.
About our week, we have to win again. We need
Sheffield United.
And Manchester United. That's where I want to comment. And secondly, I'm about to tell Manchester United, because I didn't want all those Galaxy family. I want that take game that I live there, because those people, they are not serious to get Manchester United.
Okay.
So that's my comment.
No problem. We will definitely push for protest in Manchester. We will definitely push for protest, honestly, because when the fans start protesting, the Glazers family will know that the fans are not smiling again. Honestly, if I keep talking about the Glazers family's inability and lack of transparency to sell that club, I will leave there. Let me quickly complete the reading of this WhatsApp message. Okay, I say Super Eagles don't have coach. Well, I see my list for now. I'll talk about it later if I have time. The man mounting the leadership in our national team can't take us anywhere. Okay. I have another call. Hello, good evening. Hello,
good evening, Osaze, my brother.
Melody Choose, the king of Ehimamba. No, I greet you, sir.
You're so the most electrified man on radio.
I greet you, my brother. How you doing?
Talking sports like a lecturer.
Oh, thank you very much.
You are that man. I love it. I love your vibe. The way you vibrate, it gives me very, very.
Thank you, sir.
Talking about that for Nigeria, I was talking about Nigeria's team. The problem is that majorly we don't have a coach. Because if we will be having that problem in all the aspects of this thing, I didn't that it's only goalkeeper now. We'll be talking about only goalkeeper trainer. But you see, our players don't know how. They don't know how to score goals. They don't know how to defend. They don't know how to create a good environment for attackers to attack. So what is he doing there? That Mozambique, they should have beaten 6 or 7-0 with the full house.
I'm telling you,
they only beat with 3 goals to 2 with 1 man down.
Let me shock you. Melody Choose, are you aware that Saudi Arabia, that Nigeria struggled to get a draw, Mali defeated them today? Can you imagine?
That's the problem.
Hi,
that's the problem, my brother.
This country,
we have a coach. Don't sometimes our coaches the thing that makes them not do well, as well lie on our the people that are organizing our football. They don't give them enough hand. That was a free hand to do their job very well. That's one of the problems. But this man in question has nothing. He has not much to offer. He's not supposed to coach a team like Super Eagles of Nigeria. He doesn't have that power to do it. You can see, even when I hear that out of 16 friendly matches, it was only that one that won yesterday.
Yes, of course. Since he became the coach of the national team, he had never won any friendly except that one we actually won yesterday.
What a shame! What a poor
Nigeria as a country, before that victory against Mozambique, the last 5 years, Nigeria has failed to win just common friendly. Ah, God.
My brother, no, they take them like that now. So we they see them. At least we don't have a good president. Even when you go to Senate, we don't have a good Senate president. You go to the House of Rep, the same thing. You come to our governors, they don't care. So that's what we get in a country like this. Everything is on this array. May God help us.
Amen.
It's only God that will come and help us because we have entered one chance, and nothing will be doing but moving the same way it used to be. Thank you, and God bless you, my own lovely brother.
Thank you, my Lord. Thank you. Yes, as I said earlier, that Saudi Arabia and Nigeria struggled to get 2-2. Mali defeated them today, 3-1. 3 solid goals, with goals coming from Dombia, Traore, and Sinayoko. Congratulations to Mali. Nigeria still the lead. I pity Nigeria if they jam Mali for Nations Cup. I just pity Nigeria. No, ask me why. Hello, good evening. One Osaze, you have just 15 seconds.
Okay. I'm enjoying your program on Manchester United.
We are enjoying you too, my brother. The Red Devils.
Yes. What about Casemiro injury?
Yes, Casemiro is a major doubt, for Manchester United's game this Saturday against Sheffield United. But I can tell you that before Friday's evening press conference from Itahag, he will tell us finally whether he will be able to play. But at the moment, it's a major doubt. It's a major doubt for that game.
I think that man back. I mean, Casemiro back.
No wahala. Got the oath? Thank you. So far, it's obvious that the team is not ready for the AFCON competition. We keep getting it wrong in every aspect of this country, including sports. Unless they delete this clueless carpenter coach called Pesero, the better for the team, because we will be so disgraced, in the AFCON. If this man happens to coach the team, I totally lost confidence in his tactics. The man is totally confused and clueless. Enjoy your day, boss. Sami from Port Harcourt Road, Owerri, Imo State. Thanks so much, Sami. Quickly, let me complete this WhatsApp message. This one says, Osaze, Jose Pesero is doing fantastically well. Jose Pesero and his goalkeeper, have conceived 4 goals in 2 matches. For the young man, Okocha there, I feel his pain. If you want to make it to the current Heartland team, you are expected to be linking the Hey, who is this person? What is your name? That teacher, you won't put me for trouble. Not be me. That teacher, I jump on pass. Oh my God, Felix Wanzo says, good evening, Osaze. I'm Felix Wanzo. Okay, from Umahim Berry. I'm enjoying your show. We're enjoying it. We are definitely, football is my joy giving, and I can play very well. I love the football so much. Okay. Di Maria, keep listening to Boss Sports. You definitely hear from me. I will use my contact, and I can entertain more calls, please. My time is up. Hey, let me remind you. If you want Boss Sports to run for 24 hours, come and sponsor this Boss Sport. Come and sponsor Boss Sports. It's our own. Come and sponsor Boss Sports. Even if you don't have money, but you have friends, you have someone who have money, go and tell the person, come and sponsor Boss Sports. I can tell you, Boss Sports can run for 24 solid hours without stopping. It won't actually cost you that much. Come to Boss Radio. Let's talk business, okay? So you can sponsor Boss Sports. You can invest in Boss Sports, and you will definitely reap good benefit. Let me tell you gospel truth. Remember, come and sponsor this sports, and you will reap very, very well. And that's the much we can take on today's afternoon of Boss Sports. Boss Radio 90.9 FM Owerri. Thanks so much, Uche Okocha, for coming. Uche Uzoma for coming.
AK Okocha.
Okay.
And one other thing I want to say.
No, please, my time is up. Please, maybe next time, please, okay? I will see you tomorrow morning during the Boss the Money Edition from 7:30. Until then, keep listening to Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. The calls are still coming. I'm sorry. Let's do this again tomorrow morning. Bye bye.
Thank you.
When the small boys sleep, the boss takes over. Boss Radio, 98.9 FM. Radio for the boss mind.
Imo youths, are you ready? Mr. Empowerment is set to empower Imo youths this Saturday, 21st October 2023.
P1 Max is ready for a life-changing program for Imo youths who want to attain financial freedom through real estate.
Activities of the day: training, games, quiz competition for all participants.
Benefits for attending: cash gifts for SMEs, scholarships, landed property gifts, etc. Take advantage of this opportunity to create financial freedom for yourself. Venue: P1 Max Owerri office, number 8 Wedra, opposite Sterling Bank by Government House Roundabout, Owerri, Imo State. Time: 10 a.m. prompt.
Qualification: you must be